I mean, I wanted the big career making cases. I just never stopped to think if my conscience could handle it. Finally, I just couldn't take it anymore, so I left, and I never looked back. And I have a great life now. I started my own firm, and I got away from the destructive lifestyle. You come here to remind me of that, you know. Keep things in perspective.
Good for you. Very inspirational. Some of us should be so lucky. Bartender, give me another whiskey neat. Hey, make that a little more whiskey and a little less neat.
So?
The secret. Well, let's see. It all starts with a story. I think it's one you'll find interesting. And do stop me if any of this begins to sound familiar. There was this woman, much like you. Attractive, smart, ambitious. Her whole life in front of her. But you see, Ms. James, her story didn't turn out so inspirational.
Wait, how did you know my last name? I never told...
Ms. James. No interrupting me. I can't get to the secret if you keep interrupting me. Her name was Nori Russell. She was 23. Just married to a man who adored her. One night, she got a call from one of her friends, Janet. Nori left home in the middle of the night, saying that she had to fill in for one of her friends. When Nori didn't come home the next day, her husband became concerned and called all of his wife's friends. They claimed they hadn't seen or heard from her. 2 days later, they found Nori dead in a park on the other side of town, beaten to death.
Nori! Nori, please! Please. I just thought if I could see you. So, that's it, huh? You're actually just going to use me and f***ing walk away? Why, you bitch. Look at me, Nori. Look at me.
You can't leave now, Ms. James. Not before I tell you the ending. The secret. Deal is a deal, secret for secret.
Look, I don't want to play your game anymore.
They caught the guy a few months later, and the trial began sometime after that. Guess who was the attorney for the defense? A hot new lawyer, Ms. Amanda L. James.
Mr. Russell?
You sat there and helped the man who killed my wife get off with a slap on the wrist. He brutally murdered my wife, and you made it out like it was her fault. How could you defend him?
Mr. Russell, her friends were covering up for her. I mean, you heard the testimony. She was stepping out on you every other weekend. If you want to blame someone, you should be blaming your wife.
Hey. I guess all that drinking you did helped you forget. Helped you forget how you sullied my wife's reputation after what that son of a bitch did. She was the victim. She was the victim.
Mr. Russell, I am so sorry for what happened to your wife. It wasn't my fault.
10 years. Possible parole in 5. My wife is gone and I was left to pick up damn pieces.
Mr. Russell.
I haven't even told you the secret yet. 6 women are dead. 3 of them haven't been found. Terry Collins, Jennifer Newman, and Sarah Jameson. He leaves these women's bodies where he finds them. In the park, by the road, in their homes. No apparent motive, no murder weapon, no suspects. He is a ghost. But I know him. I've seen him. Excuse me, ma'am? Hello? I'm a little bit lost here. My car broke down a few blocks back and my cell phone's dead. I was wondering if I might be able to use your phone? Ma'am? Excuse me? Are you all right?
I see you've discovered my little secret. So what are you gonna do now? You're gonna live. Do you know how you're gonna do that? By doing exactly what I tell you to.
Have you told anybody about this? Or who?
Terry Collins,